Thanks, Michael. What a wonderful setting. Croke Park, quite a picture this afternoon. The atmosphere has been cranked up considerably in the last half an hour or so. The excitement building, and a particularly proud moment for these two captains then down there. JJ Delaney at the head of Cats starting 15, and Brendan Marr, the young teacher from Burrasalane, leading out the Premier men. I'm not quite sure how they can concentrate on the task ahead. The noise level hasn't subsided. As always, it's a highly emotional occasion. Feelings running high. Croke Park is experiencing the heartbeat, I suppose, of Gaelic games on All-Ireland Hurling Sunday. And Michael, as we were looking at them going around there, we were just noting the physical differences between these two sets of players.
Well, all exceptionally fit, obviously, Gerard, but the Kilkenny team markedly bigger. The forward line in particular, the smallest forwards over 6 feet, Richie Power and I don't know who else. Most of them are 6'3", 6'4". They're a huge forward line. And
Walter Welch down there, number 13, 6'5".
6'5", and I see Richie Hogan there, Richie Power and Owen Larkin, both about 6 feet. I expect a few changes in that Kilkenny forward line. I expect TJ Reid to go full forward, Richie Power to the corner, and Walter Walsh in the other corner with Owen Larkin moving out to the wing. I think they're going to target the Tipperary's inexperience in their full back line. Cathal Barrett has been, to me, the outstanding young player in the country this year. A brilliant find for Tipperary, but his first final, Darren Gleeson's first final, James Barry's first final, 3 out of the 4 in around the goals, and I expect a lot of Route 1 hurling from Kilkenny today to try to test them out. But James Barry has been doing well so far as well, but just one of those many intriguing battles that are going to take place today. It's
Tipperary who won the toss. Indications that they'll be playing from right to left as we see it in the first half. Mick Ryan there alongside the team manager Eamon O'Shea. What a terrific job he has done, because at the very beginning of the year Tipperary appeared to be going nowhere, and then they got to the league final, beaten by Kilkenny on that occasion, a match that went to extra time, and now here they are in the All-Ireland final against the acclaimed Cats. As we all know, along with Cork, today's finalists have pretty much dominated the hurling landscape down through the years. Between them, Kilkenny and Tip have played in 64% of All-Ireland finals played so far. They are the big two, the market leaders right now. The action's about to get underway, but just before it does so, they're going to stand here at Croke Park for the playing of our national anthem. It's time to go into battle, time to determine who's best in 2014. There's a wonderfully raucous and thrilling atmosphere inside the stadium. It's going to be Tipperary who will play in towards Hill 16 for the first half. Barry Kelly from Westmeath taking charge. He was in charge in 06, 08 and 12 in that drawn match, and he starts the game here and changes around the place. James Barry's gone back, as we expected, to full back. This is picked up here by Owen Larkin. Chance for him to set Kilkenny on their way. Good challenge, thumping challenge that one. One back here well by the team captain Brendan Marr. Not such a good clearance, however. Into it quickly came Paul Murphy, the corner back, on his hands and knees in there. The referee allowing it to develop for a moment or two, and then he'll opt to throw the ball in on the Kilkenny 65-metre line. Getting to it first there was Conor Fogarty. On here as far as Colin Fennelly. Colin Fennelly trying the first shot of the match and putting it just, well, he's not sure whether he's put it right or left, because they've gone straight away to Hawkeye.
Yeah, called into play very early. Just looking there, Jared, that's what's turned out. Richie Power in the right corner, TJ Reid at full forward, and they're having a look at this Hawkeye now. Colin Fennelly was adamant it was over.
And it is over. First point of the match credited to Colin Fennelly. Do you remember the league final where there were two scores, one given, one not given, and there was no Hawkeye in Thurles that day?
Had a crucial bearing on that, yeah. Just saying that Walter Walsh over in the left corner on Cathal Barrett, so changes as expected on both teams.
Shane McGrath getting that puck out, down into the corner here. Dropped and then recovered by John O'Dwyer. Bubbles looking to hit in his first shot, hitting it well, hitting it beautifully. Teams level.
Well, that's a fantastic score. John O'Dwyer has been brilliant all year, comes out and wins a very hard ball, and you know, his first All-Ireland final to score a point like that early, great for his confidence.
Puck out by Owen Murphy. Big long one, wind behind them for the opening 35 minutes, breaks down again towards Conor Fogarty. Little hand pass outside here towards Owen. Larkin gets it back onto his right and drills it right between the posts, and there's another one for Kilkenny. They're back in front again.
Yeah, Jar, great point there by Owen Larkin. Conor Fogarty takes a hard shoulder and lays it off to him, but just looking down the field, Joey Holden has moved into left corner back. I don't think he's ever played there before, and Paul Murphy out at right half back picking up Bonner Maher, and Lar Corbett at centre forward on Brian Hogan. And
Murphy has played there before, of course. That is not a new position for him. Back to collect here, Killian Buckley. At the beginning of the year, they'd have probably considered him more a midfielder or a half forward in Kilkenny. Hit that ball off Garroyd Ryan, so it's going to be a Kilkenny sideline ball. Killian Buckley to take it, 22-year-old UCD student.
Yeah, and Kilkenny have switched Paul Murphy now on to John O'Dwyer and put Joey Holden back out here at right half back.
Early switches just to confuse people if they can and gain that extra edge. Brendan Maher once again, helped out by Kieran Bergen, little hand pass inside as far as Shane McGrath, runs into the challenge of Conor Fogarty, and the referee has blown his whistle and gives the decision Tipperary's way. Interesting call. Conor Fogarty will probably feel he went in with the shoulder fairly and squarely.
I think it was Walter Walsh's left hand was holding his arm. It was soft free to give away.
It results anyway in John O'Dwyer Bubbles taking this first free. Light breeze against him now from inside his own 65-metre line. Has he got it? Oh, he has. A second for Bubbles. 2 points apiece.
And a dream start for him, and that's another option. He brings that long-range free taking. But I think that switch of Paul Murphy back onto him was, I think, the way Kilkenny, how high I regard they hold O'Dwyer in. The minute he got a first score, they switched Paul Murphy to mark him.
Here comes Owen Larkin once again. He's already scored in this match. Trying to go through there. Brendan Maher initially tried to stop him, then the referee's whistle, and he's decided that Larkin took a dive there. He's broken his hurley. Decision goes against Kilkenny. Well, it results anyway in a free out for Tipperary, and they'll breathe a certain sigh of relief there. Darren Gleeson to take this. One of those debutants in a final at 33 years of age. Big, huge one down into the corner. Out by JJ Delaney. Swept away out of trouble initially. Again picking it up there, John O'Dwyer throws his shoulder one way, well blocked down, gets it back a second time. A lot of work to do here, just outside the 45-metre line. In as far as Seamus Calden, first touch. Two players go after him. Paul Murphy's the man in the green helmet. Calden, Murphy trying to reach in. JJ's next to him with the challenge. Tries to get the ball across here towards Noel McGrath. Didn't succeed. Jackie Tyrrell instead. Cool as you like, spoons it back out and swept away out of danger. That was Michael Fennelly getting it away downfield. Into it there came Paddy Stapleton, swept as far as Cathal Barrett, youngest player starting this final, 21 years of age, goes by Owen Larkin. Back out here as far as Lar Corbett has swept away down the field. They've only left Seamus Callan inside, two men back there to mark him. It's interesting to see how these tactics develop. We remember what happened to Dublin in the Leinster final against Kilkenny. It's a huge clearance by Owen Murphy, a massive clearance down towards TJ Reid, in there on James Barry. And that's gone out over the end line, that's gone wide. And TJ Reid then didn't like the challenge of Paddy Stapleton, shaped up to him for a moment. This is what happened just a little earlier. I think just was out.
A great block down there by Paul Murphy as well.
Porrick Maher out into the centre as far as Brendan Maher. All the way down here into the corner, little flick by Noel McGrath, kept it going for James Woodlock. Woody coming in he's got a support player ahead of him if he needs him. Hits the shot just inside the right hand upright and over the bar. Good start by the drum and inch player, playing in his 22nd championship match. He's made it 3-2.
Yeah, that's a great score, and you saw there he picked up the ball and ran away from Jackie Tyrrell and Brian Hogan and showed his pace, and a fantastic game the last day and a great start from him again today.
Thrilling start to this match. Owen Murphy, this time going towards right half forward or right corner forward. One down once again by Tipperary. Noel McGraw's come deep as anticipated, sweeps it across diagonally, putting Killian Buckley under pressure, helped out there by Paul Murphy. Big one back into the inside forward line again, breaks down here, could have got anywhere. Barrett picks it up, slips it across intelligently to Noel McGraw. That's good use of possession, and then it slips past John O'Dwyer. Paul Murphy back once again, plays it low, in as far as Larkin. Clever play, across to Richie Hogan, his first touch. Superb performance so far in this year's championship. Back onto Larkin, and Larkin flicks it high and puts it over for his second score in this year's final, and they're level for the third time, 3 points apiece.
Yeah, great 1-2 there between Hogan and Owen Larkin, but just looking at Tipperary tactically, very, very clever. Noel McGrath has moved all over the place. He was out midfield, James Woodlock in corner forward, and Jackie Tyrrell has been dragged way out the field where he's not that comfortable, and McGrath has been on the ball a lot early on.
Darren Gleeson again placing his puck out with great precision. Paddy Marr back in here towards Seamus Callan, and the referee has blown his whistle, and you can hear it from way up here, and the decision is against Callan, that he pushed JJ Delaney as they were both going for that ball. Had his hand on the back. Yeah, there's the little push. Free out to Kilkenny. Owen Murphy's got to take it.
The intrigue continues. Jackie Tyrrell now moved onto John O'Dwyer, and Paul Murphy gone out on Noel McGrath to try to follow him out the field, and Tipperary have them at 6s and 7s with all their movement at the moment.
Try following all that. Paddy Marr back out. Cathal Barrett and James Woodlock. Big one down. Sweeping onto it here once again. Tipperary take control with Noel McGrath. Trying to measure this one inside here for Bubbles to come onto, couldn't get to it. Jackie Tyrrell instead. Moving this way and that. Huge clearance again by Jackie Tyrrell. In as far as TJ Reid. Helped out by Colin Fennelly. Blocked down, and the final shot just gone wide. It was a close run thing.
Oh, I think Colin Fennelly should have taken that on himself. If you watch it, breaks inside, he tries to flick it into his brother. He could have picked it and finished it, and was it a wide ball or go out for 65? The umpire's right beside it there, but just there I think Colin Fennelly could have finished it himself. He tried to flick it onto Michael, and the danger cleared.
Certainly is. Michael Fennelly looking for his second All-Ireland final goal. Scored here in 2011 as well. That's a poor puck out, straight out of play. Line ball for Kilkenny, chance to put the pressure right back on that Tipperary defence once again. It'll be Richie Hogan to take it. He was the last man off the bus when they arrived here about an hour before the start of this match. Up as far as TJ Reid. Coming across James Barry, and James Barry with a no-nonsense clearance. Former UCC captain. Big task this afternoon, up against TJ Reid, who's been in immense form this year. Yeah,
it's a very specialised position. You know, James Barry is playing very, very well. He's a good, strong hurler, but you saw already TJ Reid set up that goal chance, and he's very, very dangerous in there.
First goal chance of the match so far, but just 10 minutes gone. Richie Hogan once again to take it. After that flying start, it settled down a little bit now. That was aimed towards Larkin. Out to it came Kieran Bergen, and that's high, and that is a card. Conor Fogarty getting the yellow card for that.
Yeah, that was a correct decision. He went in way over the ball, if you watch here, and hip into the head.
No question about it. Gets away with a yellow that time, Conor Fogarty. Clearly pumped up, but he's got to be more disciplined. Played most of his hurling at this level up to now at corner back. Darren Gleeson taking this one, dropping it in there. A lot of Kilkenny's support players. That was Joey Holden who couldn't take it. Bubbles did, got it back out to Noel McGrath. Lovely balance and control, but the ball in the end goes wide. It's the first wide of the match for Tipperary. Interesting to see what role Noel McGrath plays in this, because he's got the kind of ability and talent to absolutely dominate a game if he's in the mood.
Yeah, well, he's moving around left half forward now, Larragon corner. They're just switching all the time. Position's been very little.
TJ Reid, and that one's gone straight over. First point should have been cleared. Brendan Maher had the chance to bat it away, didn't do so. Here he is under a lot of pressure. Across picking up the scraps was TJ Reid.
Yeah, a good start to the game, Ger. Very open and you know, physical, but very clean so far in a great game.
Big huge one down. Paul Murphy in the green helmet. Brian Hogan collided with him. There's really a chance in there for Seamus Callan from Bonner Maher's pass. Still might happen. Seamus Callan trying to scoop it up to himself, but he's now gone away 35 metres from the target, over his left shoulder and over the bar. Great score. Seemed to have been lost. There was a real goal chance there a moment ago. Absolutely
great chance there. The pass maybe a little bit early from Bonner Maher. He could have carried it a bit further, but a great score then by Seamus Callan. Here you see Bonner very unselfish, just over the head, and goal chance gone.
Paddy Maher breaking this one down. TJ Reid once again picking up every little piece that comes his way and drilling it beautifully inside the left-hand upright. A second point from open play for TJ Reid.
That's a fantastic score. TJ moving way away from the full forward position again from the sideline over the bar, and himself and Owen Larkin started very, very well in the Kilkenny forward line.
At this stage he's been picked up by Paddy Stapleton, playing at right corner forward. TJ Reid. Darren Gleeson's puck out down towards Bonner Maher. We're looking for him to exert a big influence in this game. Lark Corbett picking it up, making space for himself. The hat-trick man from 2010 gets his first score in the 2014 final. 5-4, 5-0 rather.
Now this man, you know, when he's on his day, what a genius. 14 years, I think, on the Tipperary panel now, and he wouldn't be there that long, and he's retained his pace throughout that time. I think he could have a big, big burn in this game today.
He's still got that class, that enthusiasm. Big puck out again. Footing tips backs under pressure. This time Brendan Maher sweeping in behind big Walter Welch. Hand passing it away, but under pressure, playing it out. Some Tip players certainly yet to settle down fully in this contest. Early stages. Bound to be a lot of nerves around. Richie Hogan's going to take this next sideline cut. Chance to maintain that pressure. The possession stakes so far. Cut up, but cut to the left, and a wasted opportunity by Richie Hogan. Haven't seen a great deal of him so far in this match. What a season he's had.
Yeah, having a great season. I think that long high ball into the Kilkenny forwards being coped with by Tipperary so far. Very little clean feeling so far by the Kilkenny forwards.
And again the puck out, aimed away towards the flanks, keeping it out of the middle of the park. Jackie Tyrrell once again dominating. Back as far as Killian Buckley. Cross here towards Michael Fennelly. Two men from Tipperary are on him. One of them is Noel McGrath. Beautiful ball inside. Well controlled, well blocked by Killian Buckley. Goalkeeper comes, loses it. TJ Reid almost in. Helped out by James Barry. And it comes as far as Kieran Bergen. Back in once again. Bonner Maher's in towards this one, and Bonner Maher sees it land on his lap. Across towards John O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer pursued by Killian Buckley. Hounded by Buckley, forced to play it back out here again. And Tipperary have to restart this particular attack. James Woodlock. Well blocked this time by Richie Hogan. Bonner Maher comes towards it, doesn't get to it. It's Garrod Ryan as well. Spills loose here as far as Colin Fennelly. Fennelly laying off the hand pass to Richie Power. Looking for a support player, finding it there. Down went Larkin, gets up quickly. Hits it away as far as James Woodlock. Gives it away once again. This time Kieran Bergen. Cheering from the crowd as Noel McGrath hits his shot and hits it straight and accurately over the bar. 6-5, Tip lead.
Yeah, well, it's a great score by Noel McGrath, but it should have been a free to Owen Larkin. He was taken out of it, and the referee playing an advantage, but there was clearly no advantage there.
And he is bound to be very, very angry with that. The referee has gone back, spoken with Owen Larkin.
Well, he gave a free earlier for Nolan Larkin. He said he dived, and he's now saying again there was something there, and to me he was clearly taken out of it by, I think it was Paddy Stapleton.
Not the happiest of starts for Owen Larkin in some respects, but he has got 2 points from play, and he's got possession, and he's fired up once again, and this time the referee has blown his whistle and given the free, and he was probably going to be in the clear.
But you watch it, a fantastic catch. Owen Larkin has been very dominant since the start of the game. He's pulled back there, and you know, I think in those situations out the field you're better off to get your free, given an advantage when it's not on. But there's the tackle, and the referee deemed that to be 50-50.
TJ Reid has already got 2 points from play, chance to make it 6 apiece. 50 metres out from the target. It's his third. So 16, nearly 17 minutes gone, 6 points apiece on a really nice day here in Dublin. Eamon O'Shea, the Tipperary manager, would be pleased enough with the start they have made. Darren Gleeson's puck out to the half-forward line. Touchdown this time. Good control. Slipped in by McGrath again, down it towards Bonner-Marr. Up against Brian Hogan. And this time the referee says there's a push by Hogan. It's got to be a free in. Free for 20 metres.
Yeah, if you watch it here, Bonner-Marr, Hogan just comes in there and gives him a bit of a push in the back, and I think the referee is dead right. Free in. And a soft free, but very even game, Ger, so far. Some great scores, very few frees. Both of them have had a half a goal chance each, and you know, a lot of movement, a lot of tactical battles going on out there, but it's beginning to settle down into a fantastic game. First
free presented to Seamus Calden. Score of 7 goals and now 39 points in this year's championship. And that's an easy one. So Tipperary 7-6 in front.
And Noel McGrath, I think, having a huge influence so far. Jerry, his movement, he's moving all over the place from corner forward to wing to midfield, and he's picking up an awful lot of ball, and he's orchestrator-in-chief at the moment for Tipperary.
His work rate has always been very impressive. That's missed in the air by Brendan Maher, runs on towards Richie Power. Michael Fennelly in the number 10 shirt there in the white helmet, trying to dig it out. That ruck of players. Eventually it's Colin Fennelly. Work for Owen Larkin to do to try and get to the end of that one. Wasn't a good pass, he hadn't really much of a chance. It's got to be a line ball to Tipperary instead. Ferocious pressure always put on the man on the ball here, so inevitably the ball is going to run astray every so often. Paddy Marr's ready to take this. Good connection. Cross there towards Garrow and Ryan's wing. Bonner-Marr comes to it, but he's beaten for it this time, and Jackie Turrell got a prod on it, but only as far as Shane McGrath. And McGrath comes forward here and can put it over the bar and succeeds in doing so. Wonderful play by Shane McGrath. He's had a really good last 2 matches in the championship, and once again prominent here.
That's a great score, and you know, Richie Hogan, as you mentioned, quiet so far. Conor Fogarty not on it, and Woodlock and McGrath started. 2 great scores from each of them.
Kilkenny have gone short with the puck out. Paul Murphy now launching it in there towards Richie Power, breaks down towards TJ Reid. Missed initially there by Michael Fennelly. Richie Power trying to get to it. Fennelly back again, and the referee has blown his whistle. He's going to throw it in quickly here. Colin Fennelly trying to nurse it to himself. Score of 3 goals and 5 points in the league back in February against the same opposition. Back this time to the middle to Conor Fogarty. Swinging it across, but not accurately, and that one's gone out of play. Always offline. 4th wide. Hasn't ever scored in the championship, Conor Fogarty.
Yeah, well, normally, as you say, corner back, and that was a kind of a corner back shot. Wrong man getting on the ball, and good pressure by the Tipperary defence.
This was the pressure that was on Darren Gleeson a few minutes ago there. TJ Reid almost into profit.
And James Barry did very well, and tip backs fighting hard for that ball on the ground and doing well contained the Kilkenny forwards.
Great catch by Bonner-Marr. In past Jackie Turrell. Bonner-Marr scores! "21 minutes are gone in the match. Bonner-Marr gets his 4th ever championship goal, and he did it like this.
Well, that was a fantastic catch over Brian Hogan's head. He's given away 5 or 6 inches. Charges straight in the middle. Not the best shot ever, but in under the body of Owen Murphy, and Tipperary now well on top here, gone 5 points ahead now. Only 20 minutes gone.
It's a huge boost for Tipperary. Garrow and Ryan now, down towards Bonamar again, prodding it on here, goes after it, shows boundless enthusiasm and energy, in he goes, down he goes, is it inside? The referee racing in there, Bonamar and Paul Murphy. He might talk to his umpires, I think he's going to do so.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a yellow card for Paul Murphy, and he's just asking, I think it's a penalty by the looks of it, yeah.
It is. What an opportunity, as Paul Murphy is given a yellow card. This is where it happened. He made his way into that large square. Downey was taken inside. Referee got it right. They've got a goal, just a matter of...
I don't think he did, Ger. I think he was outside where the foul was committed. Just he fell inside the square, but I think he was fouled just outside it. But it's a penalty now anyway. And look at Tipperary. They've been threatening this. Their movement up in their forward line. They've been creating space. Bonamar causing havoc as usual. And this is massive now. If this goes in, they'll have a huge lead early in the game.
It certainly will. So Seamus Callan, who's got 7 goals already this year in the championship and 15 in all in a very fine career. Now he's been told you can go back 5 metres, take it as far as the 20-metre line and try to beat Owen Murphy and the 2 other backs waiting in the goal area. He's going for it, it's saved, and out it comes, well hit away into midfield. Colin Fennelly across here towards Richie Power, a let off for Kilkenny, a chance now for them to get the next score. Power brilliantly through the centre, Fennelly now taking them all on. Outside here as far as Walter Welsh, hasn't seen much action so far, surrounded by 3 Tipperary backs. Gives it back as far as Conor Fogarty, and Fogarty hits it rather waywardly, and he's put that one wide. Oh, they're going as far as Hawkeye again. I thought it was wide, but we'll have to wait and see.
But you know, that shows you the pressure Tipperary are putting on. That's 2 balls in a row that have come into Conor Fogarty's hands. He shouldn't be the man taking the last shot. And just watch it here. I think it was wide, but
yeah, that's going to come up as a miss. So stays at 1-8 to 6 points. The boost of that Patrick Bonamar goal after 21 minutes, and then for Kilkenny saving that penalty by Seamus Callan. 2 of the talking points from the first half. Darren Gleeson's puck out, landing down there towards Bonamar, surrounded by Tipperary players. Fogarty's in battling, Hogan's in there as well, leaves it behind. Fogarty picks it up, slips it through the centre. Plenty of Tipperary men there to take it. One of them is Cathal Barrett. Out here as far as Lark Corbett, a point scorer already. Larkin goes after him. It's Lark Corbett hitting this typical Lark Corbett fashion, the same style, the usual final finish. That was a fantastic score there. The pace, the angle and the precision. Yeah,
and that takes unbelievable skill on the run like that under pressure. Brilliant score. Here's the penalty save now. Seamus Callan hit it into the ground, and easy enough save there, but Tipperary, as I say, well on top, and Kilkenny need to score badly.
Back out here once again it comes, and this one has gone over the bar. And it's hit there by Richie Hogan, his first point of this match. So 1-9 to 7 points now. And I think, Michael, when we were looking at that penalty again there, the 2 men on the goal line along with Owen Murphy looked to be Richie Hogan and TJ Reid, 2 of the forwards as opposed to 2 of the backs. It shows you the ability to have to come back down, and that's an important score, and important few minutes for Kilkenny now before half time, and Tip will be looking to press on. Paul Murphy hitting it in, TJ Reid gathers it in, slips a little hand pass, Power scores. What a reply. Richie Power, 25 minutes in. Yeah, great response there. That's what they've been looking for, that mismatch with TJ Reid. He's so good in the air, brilliant catch, closed down, but he got away the hand pass. I think the referee may be checking to see who's it thrown, but very cool finish then. But you can see there clearly a hand pass across, and brilliant piece of skill by Richie Power there to finish it, and very cool. You may remember the Limerick match where the ball was lobbed into the Limerick square and 2 hurleys went up for it, Richie Power and Owen Larkin. At the time we weren't 100% sure, but afterwards in Kilkenny they were saying it's Richie Power's goal, not Owen Larkin's. Anyway, it's Power's today, no doubt about that. hurled away there by Cillian Buckley, diagonally over there to Walter Welch, switching positions over in a race with Cathal Barrett. Barrett wins it. He's had a wonderful first season at this level. Now can he get the ball away, put under pressure, trying to do too much with it. Walter Welch making an angle for himself, or trying to do so. Back in to help out was Kieran Bergen. He's lost it to TJ Reid. Right on the end line, Reid hits the goalkeeper. They get it out to Porrick Marr. Dangerous for Tipperary. Nearly another one for Kilkenny. Back comes Cillian Buckley from his own 65-metre line, soloing forward, pursued there by Garrow and Ryan, in as far as the goal scorer Richie Power. Hand pass back out. Was it thrown? They're claiming that it was on the sideline by Tipperary, but it reaches Colin Fennelly in the end. Throws the shoulder once and twice, then looks up to see where Conor Fogarty is, darting this way and that. Fogarty making it very hard for himself towards TJ Reid, difficult one to reach, too many Tipperary backs, and Cathal Barrett in the end seizing on that one, out towards Noel McGrath, and McGrath scooped brilliantly by Larkin, and that hard work pays off. In comes Holden, gives it off once again towards Richie Power. Power across to Michael Fennelly, balances it on his stick, throws it over his left shoulder and hits it over the bar. A point by Michael Fennelly after all of that.
Well, Ger, that's an unbelievable passage of play. We had everything in that. Brilliant tackling, total commitment from both teams, and a huge score for Kilkenny, I think, at the end of that. There was absolutely phenomenal commitment from both sides. But look at Owen Larkin there, covering back 30-40 yards to put in that hook there. And TJ Reid, look at the sidestep here, absolutely brilliant. But a great save there by Darren Gleeson, and you know, another goal chance. Kilkenny thundered back in. A great comeback by them, having gone 5 down 6 minutes ago.
1-9 to 1-8. Some match so far, as we expected. It always is when these two meet. League or Championship. Kieran Bergen slips away from a couple of would-be challengers. Hand pass inside. Garrow and Ryan sweeps it back down once again towards Bonner-Marr. Breaks on here, this time to Calnan. Seamus Calnan throws the shoulder and puts it over the bar. He's got a third. May have had the penalty save, but he's made amends with this point, at least amends in part. 1-10 to 1-8.
Yeah, JJ lost a hurl, but you'd have Seamus Callan's had a phenomenal year. Accused, you know, which is very difficult on a player, accused of not performing on the big day, which I think is totally unfair. He's been brilliant this year, and he's had a great start to this game.
Owen Murphy's puck out, up towards top of the right, where TJ Reid has taken up position. Here he is. 2 men after him. Barry gets to him, and it's smuggled away by Woodlock. All the way down towards Seamus Calnan again. Runs on towards Noel McGrath. Owen Murphy quickly out of his goal line. Oh, was there a touch on Murphy? He's gone down injured. Back on his feet immediately. The referee has blown for a free.
Yeah, Jackie Tyrrell had lost his hurl, and Owen Murphy came out. I think he was hand passing it to him, but Jackie had no hurl in his hand. Brian Cody not too impressed.
Trying to organise his backline a little bit there, Brian Cody. This was where the stick went in. It was the stick of Noel McGrath catching the goalkeeper, WIT student Owen Murphy. Free to Kilkenny to be taken by Paul Murphy. Just over 5 minutes to go to half time. It's flown by. Colin Fennelly nudging it back here, high up into the air, and even before it had reached its target, they knew it was over the bar, and this time it's Conor Fogarty who's got it, his first ever championship point.
Yeah, after having 2 previous shots wide, showed great character there to put that one over.
From the puck out, it's won once again by Kilkenny, and then swept forward by Kieran Bergen for Tipperary, but seizing on it is Brian Hogan. Scored in the Leinster final, felt a little confident, but that time his confidence went unrewarded.
Yeah, and a lot of room that time for the first time in front of TJ Reid. He could have played the ball inside, and you know, a bad miss there by Brian Hogan.
Well, that's the brains trust there you saw a moment ago. Mick Ryan and also Paudie O'Neill, one of the selectors, with Eamon O'Shea, watching on as their man Bonner-Marr wins possession, then loses it because Kilkenny are working so hard. The work ethic of both teams is really impressive. It's not just about the skill and the style, it's that human effort that they have to put in there, those inches that they have to try and win, those vital battles. 2 against 3 down there. TJ Reid, one of the 2. Back in to collect Brendan Marr, team captain. hoping to collect the McCarthy Cup at the end of the 70 minutes. Hand pass inside there towards Paudie Marr. Wasn't a great ball, not a great idea, but they have enough bodies back there, and Shane McGrath is able to get it downfield into a dangerous situation for Noel McGrath. On he comes, quick as you like, and over the bar. A second point by Noel McGrath.
Yeah, and the full forward line listed Noel McGrath, Seamus Callan and Lark Corbett, 2 points each now from play. Obviously a huge threat in there, to creating a lot of space, and the tip forwards moving really, really well.
111 to 1-9. 3.5 minutes to go to half time. Kieran Bergen goes back, makes certain, looks over his shoulder. First time hurling down, tended there for Callan. Instead it's picked up by John O'Dwyer. Had a great start to the match, and he's finishing the half very strongly as well. His third point. 2 points from play, 1 from a free, and 112 to 1-9. This was hard work. It was a lovely shot by John O'Dwyer, one of the stars of this year's championship. He's only 22 years of age. This puck out is aimed towards Michael Fennelly. Little touch on. Comes back as far as Richie Power, who's anticipating. Well, he missed much of this season, Richie Power, because of injury. Missed much of the summer as well because of a bad knee injury sustained in Tullamore against Galway, and there were fears he might be out for quite a long time.
Yeah, he's looking, I think, sharp so far, Jerry. His big thing is if he breaks onto a ball like that, he's very, very dangerous. He's so pacey, and he heads straight for the goals. And I think Paddy Stapleton hadn't much choice there, maybe lucky enough to get away without a card.
TJ Reid then calmly surveying the angle of difficulty. There it is from behind the goal. Just to try and put 2 between them. Well within his range. No real difficulty for a man who's now got 4 points in this match. The last 2 coming from place balls. So we head towards half-time, and the fans here at Croke Park really engrossed in this match. The puck out down towards Killian Buckley's wing, helped out here inevitably by Jackie Tyrrell. Big one down towards TJ Reid, breaks it down but couldn't catch it. Coming in was Colin Fennelly, and anticipating, had a player to lay it off to, but he was fouled before he could do so, and that's why he's angry, and it's going to be a free in. So this should be another one for Kilkenny. There should be just 1 between them in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and you know, again, if he broke through, there was a half a goal chance on, and that's why the Kilkenny players frustrated. You know, Paul Murphy's tackle down the other end for the penalty wasn't much more serious than that. It was just a pull down as well, and it shouldn't really matter where it happens on the field. It's the same foul.
Well, TJ Reid's just a little bit outside, I suppose, rather than think about going for a goal at this stage. Happy enough to tap it over. So heading closer still to the half-time break, and it's 112 now to 111. Really is anybody's match.
It is a brilliant game again, and you know, they've produced so many 0-9, 10 brilliant All-Ireland finals, and this one now shaping up to be another absolute classic. Nothing between the teams.
And the league final back at the very beginning of May, we mentioned before, went to extra time. Whole cluster of players going for this. Dropped by Jackie Tyrrell to Bonner Marr, laid off to Lark Corbett. Lark showing great pace, looking around now. Oh dear, maybe he should have gone for the score himself.
He should have, he could have tapped it over. He's having a very good game.
Richie Hogan clearing this one out. There'll be 1 minute of added time played at the end of the opening 35. One back by Tipperary again. The hand pass in as far as Noel McGrath. Checks his stride. Looks up here. The pass is a bad one again to John O'Dwyer. And there was a chance to put it in. It's Joey Holden. Not a great clearance. Dropped initially by Cathal Barrett. And coming to his rescue there was Pauric Marr. Across towards Lark Corbett. Loads of movement from Lark Corbett. In towards Callan. Wasn't looking at the ball when it was coming in. Maybe the sun was catching him. That's Killian Buckley. Lucky he wasn't caught as he was trying to clear that ball out. Back towards Lar again. Reaching up for it. Stepping in there was Brian Hogan, but taking it up eventually Pauric Marr. Now Garrow O'Brien, the Temple Derry Kenyans player. Clever ball across towards Bonner Marr. He misses it. Should have held on to it. Conor Fogarty instead. Very busy player, and another mistake. A whole sequence of errors there in the last few moments, untypical of the first half so far, which has been really, really entertaining. 112 to 111.
Probably running out of steam a bit, Jared. I'd say coming up to half time, it's been ferocious pace in the first half. And Conor Fogarty's been on the ball an awful lot actually for Kilkenny in the middle of the field. Yellow card there, I didn't see what happened there. I think the linesman called the attention of the referee there to something, and a yellow card looked like to be given to Bonner Maher there.
It's gone to John O'Dwyer, it seems.
I think he flashed one to Bonner Maher as well just before that. Looked to be anyway.
We'll have to try and question that at half-time. Bonner Maher, you think, also got one. All right.
Didn't seem to see anything, but he referred to an earlier incident there with John O'Dwyer, which I didn't see.
Here's O'Dwyer. That's swept back out again by JJ Delaney, falling down Noel McGrath, and the referee this time penalises Kilkenny, and it's going to be a free in, so there's an opportunity for Tipperary to have a 2 points advantage going in at the end of the opening half. We'll have to check those yellow cards because they could be costly later on. Two we're sure of, Paul Murphy and Conor Fogarty earlier on in the contest. Once again, it's Seamus Callan to take this. Score of 3 points so far. Scored 3-6 against Kilkenny last February in a real ding-dong league match. Teams shared 10 goals that day. He's got a fourth this afternoon when it really matters in the All-Ireland final, and the referee has blown for half-time, and it's been a very entertaining opening 35 minutes. 2 goals in that first half. The first of them was scored by Patrick Bonner Maher after 21 minutes for Tipperary. But within 4, Richie Power had the ball in the net for Kilkenny. The teams were level on 6 occasions during that first half. Lots to mull over. There was a missed penalty as well. Should it have been a penalty? Michael Dignan here alongside me has his doubts as to whether the foul occurred inside the square, but the teams go in at half-time at Croke Park. In the All-Ireland hurling final, it's Tipperary 1-13, Kilkenny 1-11. Lots to talk about, lots more to see right after this. No changes made by either manager at half-time, it would appear, and Barry Kelly is set to restart. 2 points between them. Tipperary got 1-11 from play in the opening half. Kilkenny got 1-8. Very good first half. Let's see what the second half turns up. Once again, it's Brendan Maher. Big, huge one into a 3-man inside forward line. Caught brilliantly by JJ Delaney, almost falling backwards. Jackie Tyrrell then taking it from him. Placing it for Killian Buckley, who needed a second touch, and that's kept in play there by Garrow Ryan. Put under pressure by Larkin. Back once again, this time by Walter Welsh, who'll be hoping to up his performance, you can be sure, for the second half. Big, huge one down. Power. Right in the middle of all of that, Michael Fennelly on as far as TJ Reid. Reid gets the shot, and Reid's going to go! What a start to the second half! TJ Reid, 40 seconds into the second half. Kilkenny go in front.
If you watch here now, Richie Power fighting for the ball there. Michael Fennelly picks it up, and a little flick of the hurl, but look at this for a finish. Unbelievable. He'd only half a yard to swing the hurl, and he stuck it into the net, and that's the start Kilkenny we hope for, and we've seen that so many times over the years. They come out in the first minute or two in the second half and score a goal like that.
Goals always so important for Kilkenny. This one comes back here, Brian Hogan clearing it out. And goals against teams in All-Ireland finals in the past have certainly been rather devastating for the opposition. Let's see how Tipperary will respond. Boric Maher back in there towards Bonner Maher. It's Paul Murphy instead, given enough space to try and get the ball away, but it's James Woodlock who could be under this one. Does well because Colin Fennelly was closing in on him. Back out as far as Shane McGrath. Tipperary will look for a rapid response, and they get it. A point by Shane McGrath, his second. So 2-11 to 1-14. The teams are level once again. Level, I think, for the 7th time. Yeah,
great combination there between James Woodlock. He took a heavy tackle there from Colin Fennelly, laid it off, and a brilliant point. And there's TJ again, just an absolute rocket to the net. He hadn't very much room in which to swing that stick. My goodness, what purchase he got on it. Great power. Colin Fennelly now, member of the Defence Forces, one of 4 Defence Forces members playing in today's final. Brian Hogan, that's a difficult one over there for Richie Hogan to contain, but somehow he managed to get it down, almost contorted himself, held off the challenge of James Woodlock. Yeah, and great catch there, but just in the build-up to the goal, the catch there by JJ Delaney, ball in over between him and Lark Harbour. He made an unbelievable catch, and that it was from that clearance then that the goal came about. Just looking there as well, a big switch there by Tip. Tariq Maher's gone to centre back, for the second half. He played the first half at left half back, and Michael Fennelly in on him, and I'd say, you know, that contest between the two of them will have a huge bearing on this game.
They're trying to shore up the centre of that defence with Brendan Maher now gone across to left half. TJ Reid, a goal and 5 points already in this final. Chance to put the Cats in front. Second time in the second half, in the early stage that they've got in front here. Player with exquisite skills, tremendous player, 212 to 114. And once again the crowd here, 82,000 plus, raising the decibel level as that puck out comes from Tipperary. Bonner-Marr couldn't take it. Instead it's Jackie Tyrrell getting it out. Intervening is Noel McGrath, and Noel McGrath's intervention was enough. He had the composure then to swing it over the bar and get his third, early stage in the second half. Quite a thriller.
Yeah, lovely interception there by Noel McGrath, and look how quick he is there to pick it and put it over the bar all in a split second. A super score.
Owen Murphy's puck out right into the centre, hit to anybody or to nobody in particular, and Shane McGrath got there first, kicks it forward, intended there for John O'Dwyer, who started the match very well. Needs to get back into it again now. It's Noel McGrath who's exerting the big influence, and that pass just a little bit too far ahead Garroyd Ryan. Good to see Garroyd Ryan back in the action once again. That was just a second wide, by the way, for Tipperary, because Garroyd Ryan is one of those players who had to recover from surgery to both hips in the last couple of years, so good to see him back. Owen Murphy to right, corner forward. TJ Reid went out there, but it's Colin Fennelly who picks it up, and now he's got space in front. Stapleton's after him, trying to hook him. Marr trying to get to it, and eventually the stick's going in, put off the attacker, and Kieran Bergen was able to get it out towards Bonner-Marr, putting the pressure on Paul Murphy. What a cornerback this man is. Looks up quickly, look at the pass to Walter Welsh. He had no right to get that pass, but he did, and it's Walter Welsh who gets his first score of the match. But credit Paul Murphy for that catch and that pass.
Well, the way he brought the ball down and the vision to pick out Walter Walsh, absolutely brilliant ball. But Colin Fennelly before that, I don't know what he was thinking. He should have stayed going with that ball, and he took it back in his hand. He should have soloed on through the man, and there was a great chance of a goal there, and not like Kilkenny not to, you know, at least force the issue.
Kilkenny are leading by a point. Killian Buckley now down there. Walter Welsh went in for it. Comes out here to Pádraig Marr, giving the leadership. Great ball as far as Garroyd Ryan measures this one inside towards Lahr. Comes out for it, swings around. Lahr hits the post. Comes down to Joey Holden. A gasp from the crowd. Should have been a goal for Tipperary, possibly a point, and Lahr denied. Joey Holden gets it out to the other wing back, Killian Buckley, way down. Brendan Maher is coming for it, reaches up, doesn't get it. Comes back out towards Michael Fennelly, swept away by James Woodlock. In the end it's Noel McGrath who's back to help. Back as far as Pádraig Marr, to nobody in particular. Killian Buckley, indiscriminate use of possession there by Tipperary and Pádraig Marr, and a fumble by Killian Buckley because there was pressure applied by Lark Corbett, and linesman Brian Gavin gives the decision to tip.
What about this for a shot? An absolute rocket. Any other forward, I think, would have tapped that over the bar, been happy with the point, but that's the player Corbett is. He cut inside, went for the goal, and very unlucky not to stick it in the roof of the net. 3
goals in 2010. There was another one, and this man got that. It was Noel McGrath that year, goal scorer in that All-Ireland final. He's got possession back once again. 3 points in this game so far. Good ball inside. Here's Lahr once again. Lahr past Jackie Tyrrell, inside for Calnan, stopped well. Great work by the defence, and Jackie Tyrrell out. Goalkeeper did well. Out as far as Richie Hogan. Another great goal chance for Tipperary. Another one coming in the last moment. That's 2 in the last 3 or 4 minutes we've had. It comes back to John Bubbles on the wire, and Bubbles puts it over. First point in the second half for him is 4th in all. 213 to 116, level once again here for the 9th time.
Yeah, that's John O'Dwyer's 3rd point, a great score, but Lark Corbett is really turning on the style in the second half. Again, he could have tapped it over the bar, took it inside, created a great goal chance, and brilliant defending by Kilkenny, but Lark is absolutely on fire at the moment.
It's a great match, it really is. Stapleton comes out, great shoulder coming in from TJ Reid to dispossess him. Reid can't take it up, however. 3 men around, and it's Shane McGrath, last year's captain, up into the inside forward line. JJ comes across, prods it out as far as Brian Hogan, and Hogan swings it off his left, back down towards Owen Larkin. Larkin gathers it in, good use of possession, back to Richie Hogan, and Hogan makes the most of his chance, his second. They go point for point, score for score, and we've got thrill after thrill.
Jared, the skill level is unbelievable in this game. The scores are all out of the top drawer. Brilliant game. But here's Lara Corbett again, just takes it inside Jackie Tyrrell there. Lovely hand pass into Seamus Callanan, and just there the goalie comes out very brave, Owen Murphy, along with Joey Holden, and they block the ball.
Two great goal chances then in the second half, and neither accepted so far by Tipperary. Brendan Marr is going to drop away to the left, and that'll be one I think he could have done a little better with. Inside forward certainly would have appreciated a decent bit of possession, but it stays a 1 point game, 2-14 to 1-16. 9 minutes, nearly 9 minutes gone in the second half, a long way to go. Paddy Marr, controlled by Noel McGrath. Very strong influence in the middle of the park. Lara Corbett once again comes, takes, delivers to Kieran Bergen. Little block on it, and that's enough to set the cornerback Paul Murphy off. Wins possession. Oh, what a catch! Brilliantly taken by Richie Hogan, setting one up for power maybe, but instead it's Paddy Stapleton. The backs, the forwards having quite a match, and we're getting terrific entertainment. Noel McGrath again looks up, sees Bergen, off he goes. Only played for Tipperary hurlers for the first time in the league final last year against Kilkenny. Bonner Marr into Garrod Ryan. Garrod Ryan has a goal chance, and he puts it over the bar. His first of the match. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. There was a goal there, and he should have taken it.
He should have again. Bonner Marr involved. Beautiful hand pass on. Had a great piece of skill there by Garrod Ryan. Cuts inside and done a little flick again. The goalie came out and put a lot of pressure. Here's Richie Hogan again with a fantastic catch. What a game of hurling we're having here.
It's all of that. There was a little push there as that ball was coming down. The referee didn't see it. Paddy Stapleton comes out, tries to work his way out of danger there, gets it as far as the roving Lara Corbett. Off he goes once again, playing like a 2-year-old. In comes Brian Hogan, the oldest player on the park at this stage at 33. In comes Jackie Tyrrell. Tyrrell clears it down, but only to a tip man. Gleefully taken in here, and in the end there was a foul.
Yeah, Cathal Barrett again wins that free. He's having a fantastic game again, but most players on the field are playing well. Everybody giving it everything. Owen Larkin has a few great blockdowns so far, but he came across that time and gave away the free.
Brian Cody and Eamon O'Shea, their teams level at this stage, 2-14 to 1-14. You'll have noticed Cathal Barrett, by the way, had a green helmet earlier on. He's swapped it now for a yellow helmet, the number 2 for Tipperary. Free to tip, Bubbles to take. Bubbles, oh yes, a 5th for John O'Dwyer. Really gifted, lethal attacker and a great free taker. One between them, tipped in front. They're enjoying it. Great entertainment.
All the Tipperary forwards playing very well, you know, playing well as a unit, playing well individually. Maybe one or two of the Kilkenny forwards not playing as well, and Kilkenny probably doing well to be still in, you know, so close and with so much little possession really in the second half. Tipperary dominating.
James Barry couldn't get that ball out. Kieran Bergen put under pressure from Colin Fennelly. Next the pressure is from TJ Reid. Rolled up by Paddy Marr, and Marr swings it away out of danger. Batted back down by Paul Murphy, goes after it tenaciously. Pursued there by Bonner Marr, who won't give up. The pressure was good because eventually it did reach a Kilkenny player, Richie Power, and that's gone over the bar. It's a goal and a point now for Richie Power in this final. And once again Kilkenny have drawn level here, 21 points apiece. They level for the 11th time in this amazing All-Ireland final.
That's a great score from the sideline, but Paul Murphy again has made it. What a second half he's having. He's on Bonner Maher. Bonner again obviously very dangerous. We saw that switch in the All-Ireland semi-final when Bonner went left corner forward for the second half, and he created havoc inside against Cork, and Murphy so far doing a great job in the second half.
Aidan Fogarty being prepared. Taggy's time will come. Michael Fennelly coming out of midfield. Inside towards Richie Power, breaks it to himself. It's a goal chance. He's taken it. 2 goals in the final for Richie Power.
Well, 2 things there, Jared, to look out for. Michael Fennelly, first of all, won a ball. He broke the tackles. The urge would have been to go for a score, but look at the touchdown by Richie Power. He looked like he was going to hit it off the hurl. He didn't. He kept his composure and he stuck it away in the roof of the net, and that's what he does. Look at there, he thought he was going to hit it, he didn't, and a great finish to the roof of the net.
An absolutely sublime finish by Richie Power, the 28-year-old from Carrickshock, and there has been a change. Aidan Fogarty's on for Walter Welch. It's Kilkenny by 3. Back down towards Power again, breaking it down to Aidan Fogarty. Taking it from him is TJ Reid, slipping inside as far as Power, and Power drops it short. In came Larkin. A good challenge by the goalkeeper. The referee has decided Darren Gleeson's shoulder was a good one. Back out here as far as Richie Hogan, and Hogan finally does put it to bed and puts it over the bar. Great work by Hogan, his 3rd point.
Yeah, no, Larkin took a very heavy knock there. He's been very influential for Kilkenny. Michael Fennelly gone to the middle of the field, and even in that couple of minutes since he went there, he's been very involved in the game. Just watch here, and you know, Gleeson slid in there. If you watch it, he got the ball first, in fairness to him. Great touch, but he went in, slid in with the feet, but I don't think there was much in it. He went for the ball, and he had no choice but to do that.
And there's a change now. Mickey Cahill has come on in place of Garroyd Ryan. So Garroyd Ryan has had until the 49th minute to make an impact. Change required. Larkin's back on his feet and okay, and Darren Gleeson will restart the match. Just over 20 minutes still to play at Croke Park. The 2014 All-Ireland Hurling Final being played in front of 82,179 people and a worldwide audience. Jackie Tyrrell back here as far as Killian Buckley. Into the heart of the Tip defence again. Coming across but taking it is TJ Reid, head of the Tip defenders. Trying to lay it off here. Bergen got in the way. Flicked it out. First intervention from Michael Cahill. Known as Mickey Cahill. Gets away from another sub, Aidan Fogarty. Plays it down along the line. Stepping in here to take it, JJ Delaney. Looking to win another All-Ireland medal. So much focus has been on Henry winning a 10th. Henry hasn't come on the field yet. JJ seeking a 9th this afternoon. That's Shane McGrath, right through the centre. Could cause problems here. Back out again by Delaney. Out here towards Michael Fennelly. Coming to take it quickly, however, was McGrath. Fed forward once again. Shane McGrath, the ball to Hinchflare. Swinging it across beyond Lar. Not come good yet, and does. Great opportunity taken by Michael Cahill to get a first point. So now
what a sub to have coming on, Ger. Michael Cahill, you know, to me one of the best defenders in the country. Has had a few injuries over the last few weeks. A big call still not to pick him, but that's a great score for a cornerback, just to come up the field in his first minute on the field and stick it over the bar.
Well, it's down to the last 20 minutes now. 3 between them. Kilkenny still leading. Here comes Joey Holden. Holden, little block on that one, inside towards TJ Reid. Got there first. Should be James Barry's. A chance now to restart for Tipperary from their own 20-metre line. Again, the forwards applying the pressure, trying to make sure that the clearances are not accurate. But this one does go as far as James Woodlock, trying to hold off Killian Buckley. And the final shot is another good one and over the bar. Beautifully hit over there by Noel McGrath, his 4th point. And so they eat into the lead, and we're back to a 2-point game once again.
Yeah, great response by Tipperary. James Woodlock having a fine game in the middle of the field, and Noel McGrath with his 4th point. He's out at centre half forward. Richie Hogan now at centre forward, being picked up by Kieran Bergen. There's all sorts of switches going on, but Michael Fennelly gone to the middle of the field as well.
Just when we thought that second Richie Power goal might be a killer, Tip came back, but now there's a Kilkenny response as well, and Richie Hogan steps up from midfield to hit his 4th and extend the lead out to 3 again.
That's an incredible catch. You know, Richie Hogan, what is he, 5'7", 5'8", Pádraig Maher 6'2" or 3", and you know, he got up there. He's brilliant timing and a great score.
Sometimes he looks like he's about 6'10". This again is Richie Power. Wonderful balance and control, and a deadly finish by a player playing his 39th championship match. So much to mull over for Eamon O'Shea. They're still very, very much in this. His team has shown wonderful character and spirit and no little class. Michael Fennelly. Kilkenny trying to regain the title that they last held in 2012 after a replay against Galway. Down into the corner here. Aidan Fogarty pulls the shirt there of James Barry. Referee didn't take any action, didn't see it. Kieran Bergen comes away, sweeps it back down once again to a two-man inside forward line. One of them is Seamus Calnan, scorer of 4 points in the first half, one in the second half now, and that's a vital one because we're now back to a 2-point difference once again, 317 to 121.
Yeah, brilliant touch there by Seamus Callan. There's some great battles going on. Seamus Callan playing very well, but so is Jackie Terrell. JJ is on. Lark Corbett now, he's thundered into the game. Paul Murphy having a great battle with Bonner Maher in there. Everybody giving it everything out there.
That was a clearance by James Barry, went up on the stick tennis-like, just got it into midfield, where Richie Hogan has picked it up across as far as Brian Hogan. Steadies his feet, looks at the target, shoots it well and puts it over the bar. Playing in his 7th final. Captain in 2011. The manager now a little happier. 3 between them once again.
Yeah, big score, but great vision again by Richie Hogan. A super hand pass over to Brian Hogan, and he sticks it over.
Every time Tipperary seem to get a score, Kilkenny seem to come back down the field once again and get one of their own. Paul Murphy's stick broken as he cleared that one out. This is one here by Cathal Barrett. What a great young player he is. Plays it forward here beyond James Woodlock. It's got to be Killian Buckley's. Goes back. Woodlock will apply the pressure, and that pressure was good pressure because it's forced into an error, given away to Seamus Calnan, and from that he puts it over for his 6th. And all that wouldn't have happened but for the pressure applied by Woodlock on Buckley. Great score.
Yeah, Ger, fantastic score. Noel McGrath 4 from play, John O'Dwyer 3, Seamus Callan 4 now as well, and that Tipperary forward line playing brilliantly, and Tip certainly haven't given up here. It's a fantastic contest.
It's a toss-up as to who's going to win this. All the way down towards TJ Reid. Barry got there first, couldn't quite get it away. Little pile-up of bodies, picked up beautifully by Conor Fogarty. Tries to make headway. Back out came Richie Power. Then it was Colin Fennelly. Finally Paddy Stapleton looks up, falls, regains and loses it to Richie Power, who hits it back in. TJ Reid, lovely catch, and then he's swung around, and the referee has decided to give the free. I think it was Shane McGrath who's back there. I've noticed with Kilkenny and even their minors, in those tussles when there's 6 or 7 players in around the ball, the amount of times a Kilkenny player comes up with the ball is uncanny. They're brilliant in that situation. And Richie Power, there's no panic, looked back across the field and played a lovely diagonal ball back in, and TJ Reid fouled, and simple free now for him. TJ Reid with a goal and 6 points so far. His team ahead by 2. And a simple tap over if he decides to just go for his point, which I'm sure he will. So 1-7.
And you know, it's what, 15 minutes to go, still no Henry, but who do you take off? All the other forwards are playing very well for Kilkenny. They brought on Aidan Fogarty. You couldn't take off, I think, any of the other forwards at the moment.
Brian Cody doesn't do sentiment. He's a team man. He wants to win this All-Ireland, and it's not about individuals, it's about the team. And what a job he's done. Greatest hurling manager ever. Richie Hogan. And that's a lovely score. And all of a sudden Kilkenny have taken a bit of a grip with about 15 minutes to go, and they lead by 4.
Yeah, and that move of Richie Hogan, the centre forward, has turned the game in my opinion. He's gone in there on Pádraig Maher. He's scored a couple of brilliant scores. Fennelly is more dominant in the middle of the field, and that's a huge move so far.
Murphy's under pressure from Bonner Maher. Bonner Maher still going forward, and what a save! It's gone over the bar, but Owen Murphy has prevented a near certain goal, and Bonner Maher's got a point rather than three points for a goal.
That's a brilliant catch by Bonner Maher again. You think he was going to be hooked. Look at the way he shortened the grip, and what a brilliant save. Look at the half grip there on the hurl. And, you know, nice height for Owen Murphy, but still a fantastic save. And, you know,
I think he might have been a bit disappointed with the goal that did beat him, but that was a brilliant save. He made up for it. From the puck out, once again it's Kilkenny winning these vital catches now in the half-forward line. Richie Power across here, taken by Aidan Fogarty. Little block on it, and that block has been enough to just kill that particular attack. And Cathal Barrett almost charging out, put his head down, got away with it. Pádraig Maher in the sunlight. Kilkenny under pressure. Tip needing another score. Lark Corbett denied by the post earlier on. Lark Corbett! And the referee has a call to make as he went charging in that time. Now, is he going to give it as a free in or possibly a free out.
This is a huge call, Gerard.
It's a penalty. Another penalty. And there's a yellow card. Looks
absolutely for Jackie Tyrrell, I would imagine.
Jackie Tyrrell, yeah.
To watch Jackie comes across here, arm in around. It's certainly a foul. Pulls him down, rugby tackle. And
well, what a run by Lark Orbit. Put his head down and went straight through.
JJ got the yellow card actually, but it was Jackie Tyrrell who pulled him down.
Oh, there it was. So 3 between them. Teams have been level 11 times up to now.
And interestingly, John O'Dwyer taking this one.
Seamus Callanan had the last one saved, so Owen Murphy once again has on the goal line TJ Reid and Richie Hogan. John O'Dwyer has scored 3 goals in championship hurling in his very young career so far, and the 22-year-old now, as Brian Cody looks anxious, has this vital shot with 59 minutes gone in the final. It's saved! Saved by the goalkeeper, out as far as JJ Delaney and swept out. Tipperary have had 2 penalties saved this afternoon and they are 3 points behind still. And there's a pull back there. Paddy Stapleton and Richie Power.
Richie Power is claiming he was pulling the face guard, yeah.
Referee doesn't seem interested in what Richie was saying to him, but yeah, the hand was across the face guard.
Yeah,
a red card offence.
It is. He wasn't looking at the ball there, and here's the. Now this is going to reignite the debate, Ger, to me about this new penalty, the Nash rule, taking it outside. To me, a penalty like Lark Orbit would have scored a goal there if he wasn't pulled down. Possibly Bonner Maher in the first half as well. You have to have a better chance of scoring a penalty than
Nash
not
would have scored.
Yes, maybe he would have, but
in the old days.
But the point is, yeah, in the old days, that's a very difficult technique to pick the ball on the run like that, and it's going to reignite that debate. And back to Paddy Stapleton there, he left in the hand, he pulled the face guard when the ref gave the free. He's a lucky man to be still on the field.
It could have been level. Instead, there's a chance now to put 4 between the teams. TJ Reid has got a goal and 7, and he's normally so accurate. Oh, he's hit the post! But they may still get something out of it. Back it comes once again, and Richie Hogan hits it and puts it over the bar. They do get something out of it. He's got a cramp, but he's got 6 points as well. An untypical miss by TJ Reid, denied by the width of the post and the vigilance of Richie Hogan.
Yeah, and how difficult was that chance? You know, he only had a split second on the ball. He's down now, stretching, but he's given a masterclass in the second half here. I think
Borwick Welch is on, as you say. Joey Holden off. Still no sign of Henry Shefflin. Here's Bonner Maher. Seen plenty of sign of him. He's lost possession, however. He's looking around for a player to give it to. Conor Fogarty has worked his socks off all the way down. Brilliantly caught by TJ Reid. Laid off for Power. He's got 2 goals. He hand passes this one in, and it's caught by Cathal Barrett for Tipperary, and the danger averted, and there is still 4 between them, and we've got 9 minutes left in this All-Ireland final. Kieran Bergen straight through the centre. It's still possible for Tipperary. Seamus Callanan taking JJ Delaney on a little tour, making the angle. It's a difficult one, but it's a great point. 7 points this afternoon for Seamus Callanan.
Yeah, and 5 of them from play. Brian Cutton, great score by Callanan there. JJ shepherded him out, but brilliant score. But Richie Power surely should have stuck it over the bar down the far end. Went for the pass across. Brian Cody livid on the sideline, and Tipperary right back in this again.
Michael, there's only a puck of the ball between them still. This is taken back there and out of danger eventually by James Barry into the shoulder of Michael Fennelly. Withstands that. James Woodlock next, looks up, slips it out as far as Paddy Maher. Challenged immediately by Killian Buckley, stands his ground, blocked down brilliantly by Buckley. Great timing, and then there was a fist reaching out, and it ends up being a free.
Well, that was great play by Killian Buckley. First of all, he had to cover an awful lot of ground to get there, and then a great block down, and Paddy Maher would be disappointed. He just came in and gave a little push on the back here, gave away a very soft free, and an outside chance here now.
Well, TJ Reid hit the post with the last one, but this one, he's gone way back inside his own 65. As you can see, very near the Cusack stand's side. We can afford to take his time with this one. Henry is ready to come on. Crowds have seen him on the giant screens. So a goal and 7 so far. This to push the lead once again before, but it's stopped by Darren Gleeson. Back out as far as James Barry. Looks over his shoulder, sees where Aidan Fogarty is. Dropped. Missed opportunity by Lar there to collect it first time. We're going to see a change now in just a moment. And Tipperary have made a second change, and Owen Kelly has come on. The man who got 13 points in an All-Ireland final back in 2009.
A big call. I thought James Woodlock doing very well in the middle of the field, and Owen Kelly a great finisher, and obviously thinking they might need a goal now to get back into this game, and that's why he's on.
Bergen hits it into those inside forwards. Jackie Tyrrell back there, indestructible as usual, but blocked down this time by Noel McGrath. Clever play into space. That's going to be Murphy's. Paul Murphy hooked well by Bonner Marr. In came Noel McGrath after that. Ball at his feet, comes back up towards Murphy, collected by Bonner Marr. They're appealing that he was being fouled. Comes out as far as John O'Dwyer. Awkward angle right across the face of goal, all the way towards Paddy Stapleton, and Tip need to finish with a score here and do so. Paddy Stapleton's first ever time to score in the championship, and he does so in the 2014 All-Ireland final. 2 between them.
Yeah, great ball there by John O'Dwyer, and Paddy Stapleton and Michael Cahill have got points. And Tipperary's work rate unbelievable. Look at Bonner Marr here again. Paul Murphy will be disappointed, should have got away with that ball, but Bonner Marr created that, and great ball by John O'Dwyer, and absolutely anything can happen here yet, Joe.
Just over 5 minutes to play. Down towards TJ Reid from this puck out, being marked by Stapleton, who got that last score. Reid's got this. Back out to Hogan, and Richie Hogan lets it in there towards Richie Power, and he goes down, and the Kilkenny followers wonder, but it's going to be a free out. They're appealing that the ball was picked up off the ground there.
And Colin Fennelly actually was under that ball. You watch him here, he was held out.
Ref goes in to check with his umpires immediately after this.
He's given a free in for a pick-up.
Yeah,
it's a huge call.
Yeah, swept off the ground there. A puzzled Darren Gleeson. It'll be a 3-point game once again.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it again, I'm sure, but
well, he's taken it back here now to the position where he might be going for a goal here. It's a 20-metre free.
I doubt it very much, but you never know.
He's brought it back 5 metres. Doesn't need to get a goal, I would have thought, but then, you know, Kilkenny.
Cathal Barrett is only standing 2 or 3 yards away from him. You're supposed to be
13 back at this stage, but here comes TJ. Yeah. 1-8 for TJ Reid. So 3 points between the teams, 322 to 125. And Henry Shefflin finally enters the contest. The man who is going for his 10th All-Ireland winners medal, on for Colin Fennelly. That's blocked down there. Conor Fogarty's clearance. Bonner Marr picking it up. Back out as far as John O'Dwyer. And John O'Dwyer strikes this one inch perfect, and that's straight over for his 6th. And they're still alive. There's still a pulse. His team's still in it. Only 2 between them, but 3.5 minutes left to play.
This is a phenomenal performance by this Tipperary forward line. I make it have only scored 4 frees, so that's 122 from play, which is a massive score. They're playing brilliantly, and yet to find themselves a couple of points behind.
Owen Murphy's puck out is gathered in here by Paddy Marr without the stick, kicking it forward towards Owen Kelly. Didn't reach it, reaches Lar instead. 2 of the Warriors, so many days in the past. Comes back out, and that one's hit over the bar. Jason Ford, who's just come on, has scored that. 1 between them.
And it's pure heart that's brought Tip back into this, Ger. A couple of brilliant hooks from the forwards. The ball should have been cleared, and great catch there by Paddy Marr. He lost his hurl and come up and kicked a good ball up the field after that.
Does any team deserve to lose it?
I don't think so.
Quite a finish. Coming out to try and gather. Brendan Marr battling, trying to get it forward. Held on to here somehow by Mickey Cahill. Got it away. Up towards Bonner Marr. Breaking down here by Paul Murphy. In came Jackie Tyrrell as well. Murphy's there also. Bonner Marr, all heart and determination. Swept back across the Face of goal here towards John O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer, tight angle, he's got it, he's nailed it. The 7th, the teams are level. 2 minutes to play, level for the 12th time. Kilkenny 322, Tip 128.
Unbelievable score there by John O'Dwyer. He scored 5 brilliant points from play, a couple of frees, he's had a penalty save.
It's down to this, Michael. The last 2 finals have ended level and have gone to replays.
And it looks like, is it Richie Hogan down on the far side of the field? He's looking for attention.
Well, I wouldn't blame him. Right now they all deserve a little break. They've given us magnificent entertainment. Cramp affecting Richie Hogan, score of 6 points. TJ Reid's got a goal and 8. Richie Power's got 2 goals and a point for his team. On the other side, Seamus Callan's got 7. John O'Dwyer Bubbles has got 7. Bonner Marr got 1-1. All to play for. That's Aidan Fogarty. Who's going to get the winner in the last couple of seconds of the All-Ireland final? Paddy Stapleton's determined it won't be. Kilkenny. Back forward again it comes. Bonner Marr races for it. JJ Delaney races with him. And Delaney hand passes it back calmly to Paul Murphy, as if you can stay calm in this kind of atmosphere. Big, huge one down to the 45-metre line. Bounces around there. Kieran Bergen, look at the clock. We're inside the last 45 seconds. Up it goes towards Bonner Marr, breaking down. JJ Delaney tries to get it out for Kilkenny. Picking it up is Seamus Callan, looking for a winner, and he's under-hit it. And it comes to the goalkeeper, Owen Murphy. Steadies himself, drives it again, 70-80 metres down onto that 45-metre line. Mickey Cahill goes in, tries to stop Henry Shefflin. Picked up by Cahill. Cahill for Tipperary. 20 seconds of normal time to play. Brian Hogan, will he be the hero? Hogan goes in, shouldered by Paddy Marr, and it's an offensive foul, and it's a free to Tipperary. A foul, the referee has decided, on the part of Brian Hogan.
Well, he said he dived, which I think he was hit with a fair shoulder. You watch it here now. Paddy Marr just stood his ground. He's obviously saying he charged.
I think he's saying there was a charge, but it was a fair shoulder, I thought, because he angled his body, didn't he?
He indicated that he would hit the ground as if it was a dive, but
one way or the other, Michael. Look at this, look at this. This is Bubbles. We're now into stoppage time. Have we seen an indication yet of how many minutes are going to be added on? It's usually 2, isn't it? He's just outside his own 45-metre line. The distance 97 metres. The teams level at 31 points apiece, 322 to 128. Will this possibly win the All-Ireland hurling final for 2014? It's John O'Dwyer. Bubbles, they all call him.
I think he has the distance with a bit of breeze behind him. I think he'll be able to get the distance if he strikes it right.
With a minute of injury time gone, he strikes it high. He's put it wide. No, they're not sure. It's going for Hawkeye. The fans behind the goal, certainly the Tip fans, were on their feet cheering. They thought it was over. So Hawkeye's got to determine whether that's a hit or a miss. Is it a score for Tip?
It's wide.
It's wide. It's wide.
And what a fantastic call by the umpire.
It was a fantastic call.
He was under a lot of pressure. You know, the Tipper adamant it was a score, but he called for Hawkeye. Brilliant use of the technology, and that's a huge one.
It's all over. It's gone for a replay for the 3rd year in a row. Who can possibly believe it? But neither team deserved to lose. It was an absolutely fabulous game. Brian Cody and Eamon O'Shea shake hands. So it will be a replay at the end of September. 3rd year in a row. I simply didn't believe it coming in here that it was going to happen. But in truth, they played so brilliantly, both teams. Nobody deserved to go home empty-handed.
I woke up this morning, and the first tweet I saw, I think it was Damien O'Mara, one of our colleagues in RTE, who said he could feel it in his waters. It was going to be a draw. That is one of the greatest games of hurling you're ever going to see. Kilkenny looked like they had it won. Tipperary in the first half could have went 8 up, had a penalty saved. Then Kilkenny were all over them, and Tipperary showed unbelievable heart to fight back in there, and both teams had chances. The Richie Power had a chance there, I think, to put Kilkenny 4 or 5 up, didn't take it, but a fantastic score.
And the full-time score, Kilkenny 322, Tipperary 128. It was magnificent.